John, how much longer does the White House believe the war in Ukraine will last? How much longer would you say that does the White House believe the war in Ukraine will last? Weeks, months, or years?
I don't think anybody can know for sure, sir. We said when Mr. Putin decided that he was going to focus on the Donbas region, which is a more confined geographic space, that it could be a prolonged fight. And that was, what, a couple months ago. And we're starting to see that now play out. This is an area of Ukraine that both armies know well. They've been fighting over it since 2014, and it's largely a gunfight. It's largely about artillery. And what you're seeing now is movement in almost block by block, street by street. I mean, much smaller movement of smaller size units and smaller progress. The Russian progress has been incremental at best, and they have been thwarted at almost every turn. The Ukrainians continue to fight hard for this. So I think if anybody told you they could predict how long this was going to go, they'd be fooling you.
Let me follow up on that. The longer it drags on, does that increase the risk U.S. soldiers could be pulled into a hot war with Russia? The longer every day goes by?
The president has been crystal clear that there's not going to be U.S. troops fighting in Ukraine. What we are going to do is continue to help Ukraine defend itself, and that's why we just announced yet another package, $450 million today, to help that be the case.
What about Russia condemning Israel? Russia has been threatening Israel for helping Ukraine, and also for Israel bombing the Damascus, Syria airport in response to Israel that's being threatened by Russia?
I think our response will be the same as it has been now for the last several months. I mean, obviously Russia's feeling the pressure being isolated, the pressure of having a military on the ground that clearly has not performed as advertised. I mean, they still haven't solved their command and control problems, their logistical problems, their unit cohesion problems, their joint fires integration problems. And so they tend to lash out at countries that are providing support to Ukraine. We're grateful for the support that Israel has been providing, as well as so many other nations. More than 50 have signed up to provide some measure of security assistance to Ukraine. And that shows you that this is not just a Europe problem. It's nations around the world that are stepping up to defend Ukraine.